Hi friends, this reflection is for the 10th Sunday of Ordinary Time. From the book of Genesis to the book of Revelation, and everywhere in between, you may notice that there is a reference about someone that is going to destroy what God intended to be good, beautiful, and with purpose. I'm referring to Satan. Satan, the evil one, prowls about the earth and wants to destroy and devour everything that God has created. What two examples Satan has done it so well than through marriage and the sanctity of human life? First of all, it's fitting that I post this video in June, and you've probably been bombarded with pride, marketing from Target, from major retailers, from place where you get your everyday products, where your cell phone comes from. You're practically have this shoved down your throat, right? I know, because I'm tired of it too. You have those that are infiltrating school boards so children could be exposed to a very diabolical ideology that they could be wherever they want without the intent and purpose of what God created your children to be. Exposing children to gay messaging, to sex, and everything on the sex education, everything under the sun at a very vulnerable age. Marriage has lost its definition. People are dating, and after 2 years, they're like, oh, you know what, we're married. We're going to move in together. That's not how it works. You want to move in together? Get married. Then move in. Trust me. It'll change your life. I mean, people that get engaged, but they get married years later. So they're like, you know what? Let's move in together before the wedding. That's not how it works. The problem with our society, friends, is that we play God. And all these things that are happening, it's not from God, but rather it's from the devil. The devil seduced Eve to eat from the forbidden fruit. And in time, she found someone to practically, to give into it. Secondly, the sanctity of human life. Now, 2 years ago, there was a Paramount Supreme Court case that overruled an error nearly half a century ago, in which the abortion debate was shoved down our throats, particularly basically it was law of the land. Abortion was legal. Over time, states would pass legislation that would overrule Roe v. Wade to a point that abortion was wrong on the state level. In time, that went to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court ruled in the favor that the Roe v. Wade was unconstitutional, and the issue was sent back to the states. Easy, right? Easier said than done, right? But here's the thing. Abortion still happens. Why? Because Satan has had a grip on our society, particularly in the West. Little by little, Satan has been influenced in our culture for the last more than half a century. In education, the public square, the list goes on. Unfortunately, the clergy has been silent. Maybe it's time that we need to be a little more vocal about it. Evil exists because good men do nothing, as Edmund Burke once recalled. Well, I think now men need to step it up. Fulton Sheen puts it well that evil will have its hour, but God will have his day. And he's right. So, are we ready to acknowledge the fact that the devil is real? That Satan is destroying everything that is good and beautiful? Are we ready to go head to head with him? Because there's no I'll do it later. I don't want to say anything. Because guess what? You are committing a sin of omission. You need to speak up. You need to say what's wrong with our society today. And it begins with us. We can stop Satan from his path by standing up and renouncing him and all his empty works. The good news is he's going to lose if you're in for a spoiler. But that's because faithful people are going to rise up and fight against the tide that is happening now. So, friends, the devil may be in detail, but what he doesn't know is that he's going to be defeated. Because God is going to have his day. And it begins with us. So are we ready to defend what is good and beautiful and defeat Satan at his own game? Onward, Christian soldiers. The fight is ahead. God bless.